A vote is looming this week in Washington on a new pandemic relief bill, but it promises to do little except heighten partisan fighting. KCRA 3's political analyst and senior vice president of Randall Communications, Kevin Riggs, joins us for the Riggs Report this morning. So, Kevin, where is this vote headed?
Tony, good morning. Political observers believe that this is probably not going to mean a lot of progress. The bill that comes from Senate Republicans this week is designed to break this lingering and this stubborn stalemate over pandemic relief, but the measure is not being seen as a breakthrough. The Republicans backing it know that the Democrats will not provide the votes that they need to pass this measure because it is so scaled back. It doesn't include stimulus checks. They also know that it will force the Democrats, however, to go on the record as opposing it. Chuck Schumer, Democratic leader in the Senate, has already said the bill is going nowhere. He, of course, is backing a much broader relief package, a $3 trillion pandemic relief package that was passed by the House back in May. So at this point, it's clear that both sides are still very much divided, and time, of course, is running out to strike a deal. The Congress is expected to adjourned for the fall campaigns later this month. So it's a matter of both sides trying to run out the clock at this point.
Well, concern about the pandemic didn't stop a large religious rally from being held at the state capitol over the weekend. Why did the CHP issue a permit for the event?
Well, apparently the CHP issued that permit with the understanding that those taking part in the rally would wear masks and follow social distancing and other safety protocols, and they obviously didn't do that. If you look at some of the video of the event, they did not do that. The CHP apparently made the decision on Sunday to allow that event to go forward despite that lack of following the protocols, despite the fact that the size of the crowd had tripled to what had been included in the permit. The CHP now is obviously facing questions from lawmakers and others about why they were not better prepared to enforce those safety rules. Also interesting to note that Shannon Grove of Bakersfield, the Senate Minority Leader, was at the rally on Sunday as a speaker, not wearing a mask. Grove was one of 9 Republican state senators who were not allowed to be at the Capitol in person last week to vote at the end of session because of concerns that they had been exposed to a colleague to the coronavirus. So they were not allowed to be actually at the building for the voting, but Grove was there on Sunday to take part in that rally.
Well, we learned yesterday from the governor and Dr. Ghaly the infection rates have improved in a handful of counties, which will now see restrictions ease. So who made the list? And Kevin, what does this really mean?
Well, we're looking at here locally Amador and Placer counties that have made that list. That's in addition, of course, to Santa Cruz, Santa Clara, and Orange counties. The governor did announce this week that the testing that involved positive cases, the number of hospitalization cases have begun to decline in those areas. And that, of course, has allowed them to get onto this tier 2. And that opens the door for partial reopening of restaurant dining rooms, churches, movie theaters, and the like. Partial opening only. The big unknown here, of course, is what's going to happen with the infection rate in a couple of weeks coming off of this 3-day Labor Day weekend. In the past, we've seen these long holiday weekends that have resulted in spikes in infections. We'll have to see.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate it. And Kevin does write a political blog. You can read it on the KCRA 3 News app every Thursday.